Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers. Back to throw Montana. Step left throws. This fight is over. Floyd Mayweather has a knockout victory over Ricky Hatton. Smiling. Oh! He slapped him! Conor McGregor is the new UFC featherweight champion of the world! Oh! Unbelievable!
Put the countdown mic up! Hell no!
All right, here we are, back in championship rounds. Marcel Pierre here. As always, please subscribe, like, comment, do as you will. I'm working on baby steps here. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers so I can get my own YouTube website, if you will. Yes, youtube.com/championship rounds. Need 100 subscribers to do that, so you click that bell, click that subscribe. That'll help me out tremendously. Another thing is that this is my 20th episode. I haven't been doing this that long, so this is another little baby milestone for me. Championship Rounds, episode 20, May 7th. And here we go. Let's go ahead and jump into it. The first fight, or the first topic that I'm going to cover, is a canceled, postponed bout. Yes, that is UFC Fight Night. It was supposed to be headlined by Sandhagen versus Dillashaw. Sandhagen with the brilliant flying knee KO of Frankie Edgar, former lightweight champion, multiple time featherweight challenger, title challenger. Yes, knocked him out cold, flying knee, looking brilliant. Dillashaw, big implications on this fight. This was his first fight, or supposed to be his first fight back since the USADA suspension. Yeah, the EPO, the PEDs. Is he still a top-tier bantamweight? We're going to have to wait. That fight's postponed. The new main event is Marina Rodriguez versus Michelle Waterson. Michelle Waterson's. We've already seen her upside. Yeah, she beat Angela Hill, with her push kicks, trying to keep her away from her, I feel like. Angela won that fight. Judges gave it to Waterson. Whatever. Against Marina Rodriguez, is this a main event we want to see? No. Am I going to make bets? Yeah. Will I give you those bets? Sure. But that's your main event. Also on the card, Cowboy Cerrone faces Alex Morano. Now, Cowboy was supposed to face Diego Sanchez. I think by this point, anybody that is privy to the MMA world knows the Joshua Fabia interview kerfluffle, if you will. Well, I'll show you a little bit of it. Here you go.
Hey, real quick, guys, just because you don't know who the hell I am, and you guys heard a lot of shit talk and all the good stuff. Let's just cut the bullshit on
all right, I'm going to cut it there. Obviously, Fabia's using some choice words, talking to people that don't give a damn about him. They're not there to listen to him. They're there to interview Diego Sanchez and get some notes for the broadcast. And you got Fabia stepping in, talking about nobody's talked to me, nobody's asked me to know this or know that. Nobody wants to talk to you. This ain't about you. The only fight Diego Sanchez has won since he's been a part of your world is a disqualification win against Michelle Pieta, who is just really crazy striker that was going to catch somebody with an illegal strike sooner or later. Were you winning that fight, Diego? No. No. And I don't care if you claim you got tapped by this Fabia character in 40 seconds. Who cares? Does he fight in the UFC? No. Does anybody know him? No. Does anybody want to know him? Hell no. Also on the card, Gregor Gillespie He's on the card. Neil Magny versus Jeff Neal should be a good fight. I got Magny. And also Angela Hill versus Amanda Rebus. Everybody's sweetheart, out of nowhere. Before I move on, I'm going to go ahead and give you one of my bets here that I made. Okay? This is a low risk, high reward. The kind I like. Very low risk, very high reward. And people say, oh, well, if you bet more, you win more. You lose more too. Here we go. Pulling it up for you. I'm gonna make 2 bets. This is for this weekend. The canceled fight card. Pardon me. Alright, this is an 8-fight parlay. Yes, 8 fights. First one, I got Gregor Gillespie getting the W against Diego Ferreira. I got Ludovic Klein beating Michael Trizano. I have, again, Magny beating Jeff Neal. I have Phil Hawes beating Kyle Daukaus. Angela Hill taking out Amanda Rebus. That's right. I got Felipe Lins beating the King of Kenosha, Ben Rothwell. Got that happening. I got Tafan Nokwani, or Njitchuk. Well, looks like an African name. I'm butchering it. So let's just say Tafan. He's fighting Jun Young Park. I got Tafan winning that. And the last one, I got Marcos Rogerio de Lima taking out Maurice Green. The bet is $7.73. The payout, $1,114. And get this, 77 cents. That's right. So if I lose, I'm going to be like, oh man, what am I going to do without that $7.73 I used to bet on this fight? I don't give a damn. Listen, for lack of better terms, I'm not a rich man, but I pissed $7.73. But if I win, that's over a G. Let's go. All right. So if this cashes in and you didn't take part, that's on you. Moving along to what we're here to really talk about. And that is UFC 262, the lightweight championship bout, the vacant title bout between Charles, not do Brooklyn, not do Harlem, not do Queens, do Bronx, Oliveira. And he's going up against Iron Michael Chandler, an homage to the real Iron Mike Tyson. Respect. They're going up against each other for that damn strap. Let's go ahead and go to the main card, and we're going to go from the bottom to the top. But before we do that, just a note, Jacare Souza, a once killer, title challenger, nobody wanted to face. Every time it went to the ground, it's over, buddy. Yeah, he's on the prelims now. Will he work his way back up to the main card, or will he fizzle out and retire? I don't know, but I will say this. Shogun Rua, very, very old fighter, he's still main card and he's still main eventing. So it's possible, just ain't probable. He's on the prelims against Andre Muniz, who's 20-4. Good luck. We'll see how it goes. Next fight. First fight on the main card. Shane Burgos against Edson Barboza. Okay, Shane Burgos, everybody knows he had that damn firefight with Josh Emmett. It was a fucking war. Burgos took the loss, but Emmett left in pieces. Yes, I don't think Emmett's competed since. He's hurt. He left broken. But it was a war. A fight of the year contender. And now Burgos is coming in there against Barboza, who's been in his share of wars himself. Will Burgos' power and his lack of war-worn chin and body and everything else play a factor? I think so. Gonna be a close fight. Will Burgos succumb to the wrestling that Barboza used to win his last fight by unanimous decision against Makwan Amirkhani? Well, Burgos has a TKO win over Makwan Amirkhani. You can't do MMA math. I know that. But that happened. That's all facts. Who do you got in this fight, Marcel? I don't know. It's close as fuck. That's good matchmaking. I am a hardcore MMA fan. I know the fighters. I know their opponents. I know that I don't know them personally. No, obviously not. but I know what they've done in the cage. I've got eyeballs. I know what I'm looking at. For somebody like me to look at this fight and be like, I really don't know who wins, that's good fucking matchmaking. For lack of better terminology, that is good matchmaking. So no, not making a pick in this fight. Good luck to both of you, Burgos and Barboza. Moving on to the next fight. You got the harmless Caitlin Chukagian going up against Vivian Arreo. I call her harmless because she's a decision diva, the decision deity, the decision dame, whatever you want to call her. Decision, split decision, majority decision, unanimous decision. You get the point. Decision. I think she's got maybe 1, 2 stoppages in her whole career. Decision, she's just a decision girl. She's a decision fighter. And she's going up against Arreo, who has won a lot of fights by stoppage. But Caitlin Chukagian is going to get in there. She's going to touch it. She's going to move around. Not keep her head on the center line. She's going to get out of there. She's going to touch it. She's going to score. Is she going to hurt you? No. Is she going to score? Yes. Is she going to win? Yes. Caitlin Chukagian over Vivian Arreo. On to the next fight. All right. You got the Joker. No. We're not talking about Jack Nicholson. We're not talking about Heath Ledger. No, we're talking about Jack Hermanson. And he's going in there against Edmund Shabazian. Okay? Fun facts about both of them. Hermanson has his fair share of wins over top-tier talent. He recently just submitted Kelvin Gastelum in the first round with a heel hook. But he's also been finished himself several times against a guy whose all of his wins in Shabazian are by finish. And only one by submission. The rest are TKO. He is fucking you up and getting you the hell out of there. Cold demonstration on the left. Cold demonstration on the right. Hold on. Cold demonstration. Shabazian's coming off the first loss of his career. A TKO loss against Derek Brunson. A top contender. Nothing to hang your head on that one. I think he gets back off the schneid. I don't think he stays racking up losses. That's the first one of his career. I don't think maybe everything wasn't collaborated correctly. Maybe he was going through some things in that Brunson fight. Maybe Brunson's just a better fighter. Either way, he ain't losing to Jack the Joker Hermanson. All right? After this fight's over, you might see Jack Hermanson laying down on his back just like Nicholson did in the first Batman. You get it. He's done. He's dead. He's gone. All right, next fight. Got to move on to the co-main event. El Kukui, Tony Ferguson. He's getting in there against Beneil Dariush. Ferguson's 37 years of age. Dariush is 32. Ferguson's coming off of 2 of the worst performances of his career. 2 back-to-back losses. Dariush is on a 6-fight winning streak. Everybody wants to hang on to Ferguson because he was on one of the longest winning streaks in UFC lightweight history. He's beaten a lot of guys. Everybody's high on him. They're holding out for him. Ferguson. That name still rings bells, and people still are drinking the Kool-Aid of that name and what it brings, what they've seen him do. It's over. He's 37 years of age. Dariush is 32 on a 6-fight winning streak. He doesn't lose to Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson loses this fight, and if he doesn't get cut or released, he will have another fight, probably lose that too, depending on who he's fighting. But the dream of him fighting for another world title, that ship is sank. All right? I got Dariush. Next fight. Main event. Again, DuBronx, Charles Oliveira, Iron Michael Chandler. Fun fact about both of them. Let's see here. Oliveira, who lost to elbows on the ground to one Paul Felder, hasn't lost another fight at 155 pounds since moving up from featherweight. Yes, he's beaten everybody and finished most of them. He's got the most submissions in UFC history, any weight class. Count him out. And Iron Michael Chandler, yes, he got Hooker's ass out of there in 1 round. Hooker's notable for his chin. Hooker's been in wars. But if you get that button touched so many times, it breaks. And it broke in that fight, and he got out of there. I'm not trying to throw salt or throw any type of shade on your win, Michael Chandler, but I'm still in the DC narrative. when DC fought Anthony Rumble Johnson, when everybody was like, damn, Rumble's getting everybody out of there. Gustafsson, Nogueira, the list goes on, knocking their blocks off. Teixeira. DC came out and said, look, guys, I'm sure he looks real scary on that poster, but this is still the same guy that got choked out by Vitor Belfort at 185 pounds. Michael Chandler is the same guy that got TKO'd by Will Brooks and outclassed by Will Brooks. Yes, that's 2 separate fights. He's still the same guy that lost to Brent Primus, those pesky calf kicks. He's still the same guy that lost to Eddie Alvarez, okay? And he's still the same damn guy that got knocked the hell out against Patricio Pitbull Freire, all right? So yes, Oliveira ain't getting the button touched. He's winning, either on points or by finish. Charles do Bronx Oliveira. Check the Championship Rounds Facebook page. Months ago, I said that Oliveira was the uncrowned champion. Why did I say that? Because he is. People say that Poirier is the uncrowned champion. What the hell makes you the uncrowned champion? Poirier, I like you, but what makes you the uncrowned champion? Because you beat Conor? Because you beat Conor. No, Conor wasn't the champion. Surprise. Listen, all you guys lost. Gaethje, Poirier, all of you lost. Conor even. Has Oliveira lost for a lightweight championship fight? No. He's the uncrowned champion. You guys already took L's. You're saying you're the uncrowned champion, Poirier, because you beat Conor, but you lost to Khabib. Wasn't close. But because you beat Conor, and now you're fighting him again, and if you beat him again, then you'll probably be calling yourself uncrowned champion even more. Conor ain't the champion. And next weekend, everybody's going to know the champion's going to be Oliveira. Yes, Charles do Bronx. That's UFC 262. Let's move on. I got 2 more things to touch on, and then we're dip setting. All right? So the first things first. You got the exhibition boxing match between Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. and Logan Paul. Yes, Logan, not Jake. Exhibition. Well, they had a face-off, Logan and Floyd did, and a kerfuffle ensued, if you will. All right, that started. Well, I'll show you a bit of it. Check it out.
Got your hat. Got your hat. Chill.
All right, you get the gist of it. He snatches the hat. Pretty upsets Mayweather a lot. You can see he was upset. So after that, Mayweather goes after him. Was it a work or was it a shoot? That's wrestling terminology. What's a work and what's a shoot, Marcel? A work, it's fake. They're working the damn crowd. A shoot, it's real. That's the terminology. All right, this was a fucking work. And it's one of the biggest works ever, apparently, because look at this bullshit. Yeah, you're seeing right. Jake Paul took it upon himself to get Gotcha Hat tattooed on his leg. Now, there's a lot of shitty tattoos on this guy's leg. I mean, the man's got money. These tattoos are shitty. He's got better tattoos, but these particular tattoos on his leg are shitty. So maybe one day he's going to get a leg piece and cover all this up. This is a little small tattoo, Gotcha Hat, which doesn't even make sense. It's got your hat. Gotcha Hat. Gotcha is a word that stands on its own. It's not usually a part of a sentence. Gotcha. So it doesn't even make sense. All right. So anyways, maybe he gets that covered up. Maybe he doesn't. But my point in mentioning it is this a big enough of a work for a guy to actually go get some damn ink? Ridiculous. All right. So yeah, the fight's taking place in Miami, Florida, June 6th. From 160 to 190 pounds, Floyd will come in 160 or more, and Paul will come in 190 or less. All right? Note, here's a note. Paul, who's actually Jake's bigger brother, is a bigger guy than Jake. So he's going to have to cut weight to get down. I don't know, maybe he walks around about 200 pounds. Neither here nor there. Like, are you guys really intrigued? Do you really think you're going to see something competitive here? I'm going to watch because I am a junkie for these kind of things. I'm an MMA, combat sports, hell, sports in general junkie, and I'm going to tune in just to see the train wreck into the other one. All right? But that's all the time I'm going to spend on this. All right? Moving on. And I know you see the lights flickering. Got some technical difficulties. we'll get them fixed for the next show. Last thing I want to talk about, happening tonight, Bellator 258, as they say across the pond, but in the States, 258, headlined by Juan Archuleta, the Bellator bantamweight champion, and he's going up against the Phenom, Sergio Pettis, the younger brother of Anthony Showtime Pettis, all right? Big card here. A much better card than what the UFC's offering, if I'm being honest, all right? Okay? You got Archuleta coming in, who's got mostly a wrestling style, and you got him going against the ex-UFC fighter in Pettis, who's got wins over a lot of good fighters. Brandon Moreno, who's getting his rematch against Davidson Figueiredo on the next pay-per-view. And then he's also beaten guys like Joseph Benavidez. So he's got big wins under his belt. Does he get the belt here? Intrigue all over that fight. Next fight on the card, you got, yes, Yoel Romero did not pass the medicals. He won't be fighting. He won't be on the card, but Anthony Rumble Damn Johnson is still on the card. He's fighting Pitbull, brother Jim. Yes, Patricky and Patricio Pitbull. He fights out of their gym. His name is Jose Augusto, 205-pound bout. This should be a cracker. If you're gonna tune in, just tune in to see how Anthony Rumble Johnson looks. It's been 4 to 5 years, something like that. It's been a while. Anthony looks in great shape. I'm gonna tune in for that. I'm probably more pumped about that than anything else on this card. But there's more. Wait, there's more. You got what do we got here? Sorry, you got previously mentioned Patricky Pitbull, brother of Patricio Pitbull, the first Bellator champ. He's going up against SPG product Peter Quilley. What's SPG? That's Straight Blast Gym, Connor's Gym. A lot of trash talk going against this fight. Winner gets a title shot, 155 pounds. Oh wait, Patricky's brother's got that belt. That's right, he knocked out Michael Chandler, who's fighting in the pay-per-view for the UFC's belt. Yeah, Patricky's brother knocked him out. So, do the brothers fight if Patricky wins? Probably not, he'll vacate it and let it go. Intrigue! That's all I'm saying. And then MVP versus Derek Anderson. A real contender, a real fighter, somebody that's not a potato can, or tomato can rather. Yes, Lima is the only man to defeat MVP. MVP in a boring fight defeated Paul Daly. All right? Is MVP for real? As I turn this light back on. Is MVP for real? He's fighting a real contender right now. 175 pounds. Didn't want to cut weight. Again, that's tonight. Tune in. Big fight. I'm getting hot here. Stay frosty.